Before we meet the plant, we meet the promise of luxury
from agricultural waste.
In banana-growing regions, the fruit leaves the farm first, and what remains is
and foundational.
created.
For the first time, it reads like. Now the plant-based.
Even the spaces you barely see have to function elegantly, extending.
Before we meet the plant, we meet the promise of luxury precision and an object that looks born from heritage. This is the kind of object people read instantly as taste, status, and discipline, giving the product a powerful life.
What if the future of luxury does not come from an animal at all, but from agricultural waste?
Luxury lives in tiny gestures, in the way something opens, closes, and belongs in the hand, reinforcing that.
For generations, wallets symbolized fine workmanship. Now, can new materials This shade of brown must remain rich, warm, and unmistakably premium in every frame. It feels like a luxury house object, but the real story begins far from the city.
In banana-growing regions, the fruit leaves the farm first, and what remains is usually treated as waste. Introducing
These stems are heavy, wet, fibrous, and in the right system valuable. Reframing agricultural.
The journey starts the moment the post-harvest stem is cut free.
Instead of rotting in the field, the stems are collected for fiber recovery, introducing the logic of waste diversion and value extraction.
That from plantation to processing yard, the material leaves agriculture and enters manufacturing, marking the first pipeline.
This is where luxury begins to look messy.
Inside the stem are the cellulose-rich layers that give the next material its body, turning the plant anatomy into the foundation of the future wallet. The goal is simple: separate useful fibers from water-heavy plant tissue, making the first major transformation.
At this stage, it still looks fragile, but structure is already there, building anticipation around the.
Cleaned and dried, the fibers are ready to leave the field behind and become engineered material. Closing the source. Consistency starts with selection, because not every fiber earns a place in luxury material, framing quality as an act of exclusion and judgment. Alignment improves strength, surface behavior, and visual regularity, showing how process design turns upwards. Some fibers stay long for texture, while others are prepared for the composite base, reinforcing that material character is intentional.
To behave like premium leather, and the plant fiber needs a controlled matrix that is flexible, stable, and durable.
This is the moment agricultural waste starts behaving like a designed material, turning the mixing process into an. Before the line moves, the mix is judged by feel, reminding the viewer that premium materials still depend on human sensitivity. A stable backing gives the future sheet dimensional control and durability, establishing the layered architecture behind the finished wallet material. That now the plant fiber is no longer loose and becomes the surface, making the birth of the sheet one of the visual milestones of the film. Premium accessories live or die by thickness control, making the audience understand that the future feel of the wallet depends on this exact moment of calibration. Pressure locks structure into the sheet, making this step feel decisive and foundational. Moisture is pushed out and uniformity stays in, letting the viewer literally see density being created. For the first time, it reads like leather, making the transformation emotionally visible and deeply satisfying. The drying stabilizes the sheet without punishing the fibers, presenting the curing stage as an act of control and protection. Luxury often looks fast, but in truth, some of it is patience, turning stillness into a credible. When the material responds correctly and finishing can begin, marking the move from structural formation to aesthetic refinement.
This warm brown has to feel expensive before a single stitch exists.
Now the plant-based sheet receives the tone that will carry the illusion of classic leather, making coloration one of the film's highest visual payoffs.
Luxury brown is not random and must be repeatable, proving that color in premium manufacturing is engineered, tested, and controlled.
Texture is not decoration here, but how the eye reads quality.
A flat sheet becomes a luxury skin, marking one of the most dramatic aesthetic turning points in the process.
This is the shot that convinces the skeptical viewer, turning texture proof into a direct answer to doubt.
To survive real life, the sheet needs a protective skin of its own, making durability part of the luxury equation rather than an afterthought.
The finish adds resistance, polish, and control, explaining that visual beauty and practical resilience are being sealed together here.
It is a small test, but a powerful promise, turning water resistance into a concise symbol of real-world credibility. Luxury is not what gets made, but what survives inspection.
Only now is the material ready to become a product component, completing the sheet-making phase and preparing the transition to accessory construction.
Even luxury has geometry, and waste control matters, connecting premium craftsmanship with intelligent material use.
Here, the material stops being sheet and starts being wallet.
A luxury wallet is really a choreography of small pieces, revealing complexity hidden inside familiar simplicity.
Skeving removes bulk where elegance requires restraint, turning hidden thinness into a visible luxury discipline.
Good folding is engineered long before final assembly, making invisible planning part of the craftsmanship story.
The best luxury details are the ones no customer ever notices, because they simply work, reminding the viewer that
this familiar wallet architecture is built millimeter by millimeter, turning an everyday feature into a study in disciplined assembly.
Before stitching surfaces must meet with discipline, framing adhesive as part of luxury precision rather than a shortcut.
A premium stitch line is a visual promise of control, linking beauty directly to trust. Now the wallet begins to feel complete in the hand, giving the audience the first real sense of the finished accessory's presence.
With one fold, the object everyone recognizes finally appears, delivering a small but powerful emotional payoff from a familiar motion.
This stitch line carries structure, symmetry, and lifespan, making the edge seam central to the object's durability and identity.
Machines repeat, but hands rescue perfection. Edge paint is where luxury becomes obvious up close, giving macro detail real emotional value.
Drying turns decoration into durability, reminding the viewer that finishing steps carry functional purpose.
This is the close-up luxury addicts wait for, making the edge a symbol of obsession-level craftsmanship.
Even the spaces you barely see have to function elegantly, extending the luxury promise from surface beauty into daily usability.
Form memory helps the wallet rest naturally in a premium silhouette, turning shape into something deliberately engineered.
If the motion feels right, and the product is almost ready for the world.
Luxury is confirmed, not assumed.
A beautiful wallet still has to survive being a wallet, grounding the luxury narrative in everyday durability.
The last moments are all about removing anything that interrupts the illusion, framing final cleaning as part of the luxury performance.
Presentation is the final layer of manufacturing, connecting packaging directly to perceived value and emotional readiness.
Just like that, a farm residue enters the language of luxury retail, making the transformation feel almost unbelievable yet entirely real. The customer never sees the field and only feels the finish, linking hidden process to final experience.
Luxury lands softly.
Design only matters if real life fits inside, turning function into the final completion of the luxury fantasy. What began as crop waste now moves through the city like a luxury essential, showing that the plant-based origin has fully transcended its humble beginning.
The best accessories perform without announcing themselves, defining luxury as quiet mastery in daily life.
If luxury once meant rarity, maybe now it also means intelligence.
From plant to polish, this is vegan luxury.
Every frame in this video has been transformed through a multi-stage editing process. From the GIF conceptualization to view 3 generation, human creativity leads every step. This channel is dedicated to original AI craftsmanship and follows all 2026 YouTube monetization rules.